When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
There will be at the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, great Malkin!
Better calls.
Anon. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Howl through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that?
This is the surgeon who fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend, and show to the king the knowledge of the broad as thou hast lived.
Brave Macbeth, this denning fortune with his brandy still, which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's pinion carved out of his passage, till he faced the slave which nor shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him for the naval chaps and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner justice had with valor armed, compelled these keeping kerns to trust their heels, but an awaiting lord serving vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men, thus begin a fresh assault.
Dismay not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrow's eagle or the hare or the lion. If I say sooth, I must report their work. As cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redouble the stroke upon the foe. Except if they meant to bath in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha, I cannot tell.
Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Frost.
I'm faint. My gaseous cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him surgeons.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself with terrible numbers, assisted by the treacherous Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. See that Bellona's bridegroom leapt in proof, confronted him with soft comparisons, and to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness.
That now we know the Norway's king's craves composition, nor would we then him burial over his man till he disburse at Sancom's inch, $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won. Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnut in her lap, and munch, and munch, and munch. Give me, say I. Begone, foul witch, the rampant wench cries. Her husband's to Aleppo's gone, master of the tiger, but in the sea out he the sail. And like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a win.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I, myself, and all the other, and the very pots they blow, all the quarters that they know in the shipman's cart. I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man for bed. Weary 7 nights, 9 times night shall he dwindle, peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Show me, show me.
Here's a pilot's tongue. Ragged's homework he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, does to go about, tries to try and tries to might, and tries again to make up night. Peace, the charms wander.
So foul and fairy tale, I have not seen.
How far is it called to the forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Leave you, or are you out, that man may question. You should be women, and yet your beard forbid me to interpret your soul.
Speak, if you can. What are you?
Oh, hail Macbeth, hail to thee, pain of gladness.
Oh, hail Macbeth, hail to thee, pain of Cawdor.
Oh, hail Macbeth and Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble partner, you agree with great prediction and present grace, of noble having and of royal hope, that this seems rapid. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favor nor your hate.
Hail,
Hail!
Hail!
lesser than Macbeth, but greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get king, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay! You imperfect speakers! Tell me more! By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Prosperous gentleman. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence. Speak! I charge you!
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air, like corporal melted as breath into the wind.
Were there such things here as we do speak about? Or have we turned on the insane road that takes reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too, weren't it not so?
To the self-same tunes and words. Who's here?
Ah, these are our friends from the kingdom, Ross and Angus. Hello, our friends. Welcome.
Gentlemen, why are you here?
The king hath happily received Macbeth news of thy success, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and put them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks.
And for in earnest of a greater honor, he bade me call thee Thane of Cawdor.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. How he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital confess and proof have overthrown him.
Glamis. And now, Cawdor, the greatest, is behind. Thanks for your pains, gentlemen. Noble Banquo, do you not wish your children shall be kings, when those who gave me Cawdor promised no less to them?
That trusted home might enkindle you unto the crown beside the stain of Cawdor. But this is strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instrument of darkness, tell us truth, win us with honest trifle, to betray in the deepest consequence. Cousin, a word I pray you.
Thanks for your pains, kind gentlemen. Two truths are told. Cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs? My
thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical, shakes so the single state of my man is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance may have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New horrors come upon him, like our strange garment. Cleave not to their molds, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest of days.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor, kind friends. My mind is dull with things forgotten. Come, let us towards the king. Banquo. If we could find some time, we should speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Very well then, let us towards the king.
O earliest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing so pays itself.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that has no less deserved, nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, know that we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor. I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful your approach to my wife. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must or leap, or else fall. For in it, my way, it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my dark and deep desires. I wink at the hand, yet let that be, for when it is done, to see.
It is a banquet to me. That's after him.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfecter's report, they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before, these weird sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with, Hail King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the use of rejoicing. The king himself approaches. Prepare the keep. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell.
Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shall be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Come, come, you spirits attend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and feel me from the crown of direst cruelty. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pour thee the smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine own ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round. My husband, thy letters are transported beyond this own present, and you feel now your future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow. He did appoint so.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face is as a book where man can read strange things. Your hand, your tongue, look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night great business into my dispatch.
We will speak further of this.
Only look up here. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle has a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
My king.
See, our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometime is our trouble, which still we thank as love.
All our service for poor and single business to contend against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. We rest your hermits.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the hills and had a purpose to be his purveyor. But he rides well. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have themselves and what is theirs in count to make their audit at your highness's pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host, we love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then it should be done quickly. But this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, we jump the life to come. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, both loyal to the throne. And second, as his host, who should shut the door at the murderer and not bear the knife myself. Besides, as Duncan had been so great in his offices that even the angels will plead for his virtues. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition. How now? What's news?
He has almost sucked. Why have you left the chamber?
Had he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will speak no further of this business. He had honored me of great, that will be worn by everyone in their newest cloths, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk when you dressed yourself? Had he slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale, and what it is so freely? Art thou here to be the same in thine own acts, as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou live in a coward, letting I dare not, whereupon I would, like the poor cat neither dage?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that makes me become a man. Who does do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you bring this enterprise to me? When you just do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. I have given suck and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, and I sworn you have done to this.
And if we should fail,
we fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and we will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, his two chamberlains will with wine and wassail, so convinced that memory, the war shall be a fume. When in swinish sleep, they are drenched near to the lies in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quarrel?
I am settled and bent up each and every corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away and mock with me the time with fairest show. False face must hide
what the false heart doth know.
Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's the bad. He has been in unusual pleasure and sent forth great largesse to your officers. This diamond he greet your wife withal, by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in mariners content.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to the fact, which else should free have brought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, if we could entreat an hour to serve, we should speak upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when this I shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but still keep my bosom franchise and allegiance clear. I shall be counsel.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger that I see before me? The handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou but a fatal vision, as sensible from feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a false creation, a dagger of the mind proceeding from this heat, oppressed brain? I have thee not, and yet I see thee still, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Mine eyes have made the fool over the other senses, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. It is this which informs me of my purpose. Now, over the one half world, nature seems dead. The wicked dreams, abuse, the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings and withered murder. Alarmed by the sentinel, his wolf, whose howls his watch. Thus, with stealthy pace, I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Who's there?
It is I.
Has it been done?
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl screams and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
I?
No. This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say sorry sight.
A foolish thought? There's one that cried in his sleep. And the other said, murder. And to that, they both awoke. But all I could do was stand there and hear them. And then one cried, God bless us. And the other said, Amen. But because of these hangman hands, I could not say Amen.
Consider it not so deeply. These deeds must not be thought after this way. It will make us mad.
Mad. Still I heard a voice cry. Macbeth had murdered sleep. The innocent sleep. But Macbeth had murdered sleep. Therefore, Glamis had murdered sleep, which means Cawdor will sleep no more, which means Macbeth will sleep no more.
Why, Lady? You do unbend your noble strength to think so frantically of these things. Go get some water and wash these filthy windows from your hand. And why did you bring daggers from the place? Go carry them and smear the sleeping rooms with blood.
I will not. I dare not look at it again.
Infirm of purpose! The sleeping and the dead are as nothing but pictures. If he do breathe, I'll be the face of the groups without, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is this knocking? Why is it every noise appalls me? What hands are these? Will all Neptune's ocean be able to wash away this blood from my hands? Or rather, the multitudinous seas, which would turn even the green ones red?
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white.
Here's a knocking indeed. Indeed. If man were the porter of hell's key, he would do a lot of turning of the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of Beelzebub, here's a farmer who hung himself in the expectation of plenty. Come in, dear farmer. Come in. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? In the name of the other devil, here's an equivocator, a conman who lied under oath. He found out that one cannot lie to God. So, come in, dear equivocator. Come in. Knock, knock. Not a quiet moment. What are you? This place is too cold. I don't want to be the hell keeper anymore. No further. No further.
Was it so late, friend, and you went to bed that you do lie so late?
Drinking, sir. Drinking is a provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Drinking, sir, makes one's nose red. Makes them sleepy and makes them needing to urine. Desire, sir. It provokes desire, but it takes away performance. You can say drinking is a con man to desire because it makes him stand, but he can't do anything. It gives him naughty dreams, but it leaves him sleepy and needing to urine.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night. Is thy master stirring? Ah, our Norcan has awakened him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to go timely on him. I've almost slipped out.
I'll bring him to you.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet this one.
The labor with the light in physics plate. If you truly wish, this is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, but it's my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
Yes, as he purposes.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and as they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death, the auguring of events terrible and woeful. And some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror, horror, horror! Some no heart cannot conceive, no name thee.
What's the matter?
Most sacrilegious murder has broke open the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What is it you mean? The life?
Mean you, His Majesty?
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with a new gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See, then speak yourselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder! Treason! Marker! Bangkok! Awake! Shake off this downy sleep, man! Death counterfeit! Come look on death itself! Ring the bell! Ring the bell! Ring the bell! Ring the bell!
What's a computing noise? Speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak. The repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Bangkok, our royal master is murdered.
What? In our house?
Dear of everything, contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I would have lived a blessed life. For from this instant, there is nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys, renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lease of this life, a vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Oh! By whom?
Those of his chamber, as his him has died. Their hands and faces were bashed with blood, so were their daggers.
Oh, yet I do repent of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, loyal, neutral, temperate, furious in a moment? No man. The violent expedition of my love outrun the pauser, reason. Here, Lady Duncan, the silver skin laced with gold.
help me!
Look to the lady.
My dear! Come, let us briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
What should be spoken here? Where my fate, hid in a hole, be rushing the sea. Away I shall go. My tears are not yet brewed, nor my strong sorrow on the foot of motion. Where I am, the stagnant man's mask. The near in blood, the nearer bloody, and this murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted. And my safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let me not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself, when there's no mercy left.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glams, all as the weird women promise. And I fear thou played most folly for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from them that open thee, MACBETH, their speeches shine. Why, by the verities of thee made good, may they not be my oracle as well, and send me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Ah, noble Banquo, here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight, we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I will request your presence.
That your highness command upon me, to do which my duties are with the most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice on both this grave and prosperous day. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time between this and supper. Go not, my horse, the better. I must become the borrower of the night for that hour twain.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel hearts with parricide, and their listeners with strange invention. Hie you to the horse ado. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my lord. Our time to call upon us.
Well, I do wish your horses to be swift and sure of foot till you return, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell.
My husband, are you coming with?
Shortly, anon. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Bangkok stick deep. And it is that dauntless temper that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none whose being I do fear more than I fear Bangkok. And under him, my genius is rebuked, as was Mark Antony's by Caesar. If it be so, for Bangkok's issues have I filled my mind. Only for them have I the gracious Duncan murdered, put rancors in the vessels of my peace, and given mine eternal jewel to the common enemy of men, to make them kings, the seed of Bangkok kings. Rather than so, come faith and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Was it not yesterday that we spoke together?
It was, so please, Your Highness.
Well then now, have you considered of my speeches regarding Bangkok?
You made it known to us.
So I did. Which brings us to the purpose of our second meeting.
We are but men, my liege.
And I am one, my liege, whom the vibe blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I'm reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I, another, so weary with disasters, dark with fortune, that would set my lie on any chance I had, to man it or be rid on it.
Both of you! No Bangkok is your enemy.
True, my lord.
So he is mine. And though I could with bare-faced power sweep him from my sight, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine have loves I do not wish to drop. So I to your assistance do request.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives,
your spirit shine through you. Within this hour, I will advise you where to place yourselves, acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time, for it must be done tonight. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
Go. It is concluded, Bangkok. Thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
the west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the later traveller apace to gain the timely aid, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Listen, listen. I hear horses.
Give us a light there, Hope.
This heat. The rest that are within the knot of expectation are in the pipe.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile. But he does usually, from hence to the palace gate, make it their walk. A light. This heat.
Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
Fly, Fion! Fly, let him out.
Run!
Oh, treachery.
You know your own degrees. The first and the last, a hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty. My dear,
Thank you, kind sir. Ourselves will play the humble host, but in due time, we will require our hostess's welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks their welcome.
See, how they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Anon, we'll drink a measure round. His blood I fix, which he dispatched.
Aye, my lord. His throat is cut. That I did for it. But Fleers, my most royal sir, has escaped.
Fleers has escaped! Oh, but Banquo safe?
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch he bites, with 20 French gashes on his belly. The least adapt to nature. Thank you.
Get thee gone. Tomorrow we will speak again.
My royal lord, you do not give cheer. The feast is so that is not often vouched, while tea is a making, tea is given with welcome.
May it please your highness sit.
Our honors would have roofed were the grace presence of our dear Banquo present.
His absence, sir, place blame upon his promise. Please, did your highness to grace us with your royal company?
The table's full.
Here is the place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Oh, which of you have done this?
Why, my good lord?
Do not you dare shake thy gory looks at me. Hold.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit. Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus. The feat is momentary. Upon a thought, he will again be well. If you much note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Oh. Are you a man?
I am a man that dare looks on that which even oppose the devil.
Oh, proper sir! This is the very painting of your fear. This is the agile dagger which has led you to Duncan. Why do you make such faces?
Prithee, see there, behold!
What? What I meant in folly?
Even when I stand here, I see him still. This is stranger than murder itself.
My royal lord, your noble friends do like you.
I pray you, sit still. Do not muse at me, my friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is not unusual to those who know me. Come, let us drink. Fill full. Love and health to all, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss.
Our duties and the pledge.
Aye. What? And quit my sight! Oh no. Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Your eyes as black as the night. There is no speculation in that stare. Oh, take anything but that of Banquo. Hence, terrible shadow. Hence, get away from me. Why? So be God. I am a man. Again. My dear friends, how is it that you keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine are blanched with fear?
What, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night and better health. Attend His Majesty.
A kind good night to all.
Blood, blood, they say blood, 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 they say blood, 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 they say blood, blood, blood. I will tomorrow to the weird sisters and tell them of the things that racked my mind. You like the citizen of all nations. Please. Maybe so. Come. We'll see.
Why? How now, Hackett? You look angry.
Have I not reason, saucy overbold builders as you are? How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in the riddles and affairs of death and ire? The mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was not called to bear my part. And, which is worse, all you had done had been but for a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who as others you loves for his own ends and not for you. On your knees!
But get you gone, and at the pit of Acheron meet me in the morning. Thither you will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide your charms and everything beside. This night I'll spend unto a dismal and a fatal end. Their hands of vapors drop profound, I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and that, distilled by your magic sleight, shall raise such artificial sprites, as by the strength of their illusion shall draw him unto his confusion. He will spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. For you all know that security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark, I am cold, my little spirit sea. Sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me. Now get to work!
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
Hi. Let's see. Has everybody been following what's been happening? Yes. I'm good on you. Good on you. Anyway, Paul. I think I didn't have enough. Let's see. For those of you who don't follow, Hinton was murdered, Becca was killed, and everything was under circumstances that were mysterious. Ah, yes. Upon his father's death, Malcolm fled to England with Macbeth's wife and So, when they go to England, they are under the protection of the King of England. And, yes, yes, what? They, Hitler. They rallied, oh my God, they rallied the help of the great Seward. Yes, one in English, you understand, right? And then, upon hearing this, Macbeth, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry, Macbeth. Macbeth gets angry and he decides to start men. Yeah, so that's about it, but bye.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poison's untruth throne. Toad, that under cold stone, swell the venom sleeping god. Boy, thou first in the charm pot.
Lay your fangs sleep in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, arrow spark and blind worm sting. There's the slang and outlets to it.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. For the charm of powerful trouble. Like a hell-broth boil and bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the gains. Now round about the cauldron sing, live elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes. Open, locked, whoever knock.
How now, you black midnight filthy hags! What is it you do?
Deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess. Speak! I charge you!
Speak!
Demand!
We'll answer.
Say, if thou rather hear it from our mouths or from our mistress.
Call her. Let me see her.
She doth come, mistress of the night.
Proceed, child. Pour in Saul's blood that hath eaten her ninth furrow, and grease that sweating from the murderous gibbet throw into the flame. Thy fortunes you conjure, my children are these.
Come,
High or low, thyself and of his deadly show.
Thou unknown power! Tell me! What is it you see?
Speak, but listen closely.
Macbeth! Beware Macduff! Beware the ten of fight! Dismiss me. Enough.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear aright. But one word more!
He will not be commanded. He is another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
And I'm a tree as I hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Love is gone, the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? What is this?
Listen, but speak not to it.
be proud and take no care who shares, who frets, or where conspires are. Macbeth shall never vanquish me until the great burner wood to hide in the hill shall come against him.
That can never be. Who can bid the tree and unfix the earthbound root? Yet my heart throbs to know one more thing. Tell me, if you can this much, shall Banquo's issues ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Neither this and an eternal curse shall fall upon me. Why moves that cauldron? What noise is this? What is happening? Show!
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 Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Sisters, cheer we out his frights and show the best of our delights, that the great king may kindly say, Our duties did his welcome pay.
Where have they gone? Vanished. Let this pernicious hour be accursed on the calendar. Come in without there.
My lord, what's your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Did they not come by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
I thought I heard the galloping of a horse. Who was it that came?
It is 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word that Macbeth is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The castle of Macbeth I will surprise, give edge to the sword, his babes, his wife, and all the unfortunate souls that trace his line. Come, bring me to them.
Aye, my lord. What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
Well, he had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife, his babe, his mansion and his title in the place from whence himself does fly? No, he loves us not. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little as the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest Cass, I pray you school yourself. He is wise and best knows the fates of the season. But cruel are the time. Where we do not know ourselves, where we are traitors and do not know ourselves, where we hear rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Blessing upon you.
Come here, my son. My son, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live for a father?
Nay, how will you do without a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you buy them to sell again.
That speaks with all thy wit, and yet in faith with enough fatigue.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
That he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And the old traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
The honest man, of course.
Then the honest man. Oh, the liars and swearers are fools then, for there are enough liars and swearers to hang them up.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey. But what will you do now? How will you do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you would not, it were a good sign I should quickly have a father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place unhanged if I such as thou may find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shackhead villain!
What? You, my son!
Let us seek out some shade and weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men destroy our downfall and birth them. Each new morn, new sorrow strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland, and yelled out like syllable of dollar.
This tyrant was once thought honest. You have lived him well. I may be young, but something you may deserve of him truly. The wisdom to offer a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. I shall crave your pardon. Though all things foul will wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hope.
I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonest, but mine own safeties.
Bleed, bleed, poor country. Very well, Lord. I will not be the villain that thou thinkst.
Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath you. Each new day a gash is added to wounds. I think with her, when I tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear my sword, my poor country shall have more vices than it had before.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom all the particulars of vice so grafted that when it shall be opened, Black Macbeth shall seem as pure as snow.
No, not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, avaricious, deceitful, smacking of every seed that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wife, your daughters, your matrons, your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. My desire, all continued impediments could not overbear. Better Macbeth than I reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. But fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in a spacious plenty.
But I have none of the king becoming graces. Nay, had I power, I shall pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, abroad the universal peace.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland, thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee often upon her knees and on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. May this evil thou repeats upon thyself be banished from Scotland.
Macduff, this noble patient hath for my soul wiped the black scruples. I put myself to thy direction. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country to command.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, it cannot be called our mother, but our grave.
What is the newest grief?
That now your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guessed at it.
Your castle is fallen. Your wives and babes savagely slaughtered.
Mercy for heaven!
My children too!
Wives, children, servants, all that could be found.
Be comforted. Let's make us mad sins of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief. Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so. Sinful Macduff, they will all strive for thee.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself, and within my sword's land set him. If he escaped, heaven forgive him too.
Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long, that never finds the day.
I have for 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report.
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her right from the back, put on her nightgown, unlock her closet, take her paper, body, write upon it, sitting up to it, and again return to bed. Yet all these were fast asleep.
Well, what else in this slumbery agitation have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
Well, 'tis you should, and you must, to me.
Lo, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
You see, her eyes, they're open.
I but the sense shut.
What is it she does now? You see how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to sing thus, washing her hands. I have known her continually for half an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark! She speaks. I will set down what comes from her.
Out. Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it? Hell is murky. 5, my lord. 5. A soldier? And a feared? What did we fear? Who knows it? Well, none can call power to account. Yet, who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of 5 had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord. No more of that.
Go to. You have heard what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heavens know what she has known.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the province of Arabia will not fit in this little hand. Ah!
The heart is sorely charged.
I will not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
This disease is beyond my practice, and yet I have known those to walk in their sleep and who have yet died holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look, not so pale. I tell you again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Even so?
Too bad. Too bad. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Too bad. Too bad. What's done cannot be undone. What's done cannot be undone.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles, and unnatural troubles breed unnatural thoughts. More needs she, the divine, than the physician. God help us all. Look after her, and remove from her all means of annoyance. So good night.
The English power is near, led by Malcolm and his uncle Stephen and the good Macduff. Revenge burns in them. What does the tyrant?
The great Dunstan is strongly fortified. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it a valiant fury. But for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts upbraid his faith breach. Those he command move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hangs loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Well, march we on, to give obedience where it is truly owed.
Make real march towards Bonner! Ho!
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. To burn what comes to Dantanane, I cannot taint with fear. What's that boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman?
There is 10,000 soldiers, sir.
What soldiers? We face.
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face hence. Seaton! Oh, I am sick at heart. Seaton!
My lord, what is your gracious will?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
Send out more horses, skirt the country round, and hang those that talk of fear. And give me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so well, my lord, as she is troubled by these thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to her?
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw psychic to the dogs. I'll have none of it. Come, sir, give me mine armor and give me my stuff. Satan, dispatch, send out. Doctor, the things fly from me. Come, sir, why are you standing here? Quickly! Doctor, cast the water off this land, find her disease, and purge her to a sound and pristine health. And I will applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again.
Hi, my good lord, your preparation does make us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not fear till death and bane, till word comes to Dunsinane.
Halt! It is.
What wood is this before us?
This is the wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down the bone and bear it before him.
It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that will, with due decision, make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Advance the war!
Down with Macbeth!
Ho!
Hang on our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. There, let them lie till the famine and the ague eat them up. Ah! What is that noise?
It is the cry of wind, my lord.
Check and report back to me.
Aye, my lord.
The cry of women. I had almost forgot the taste of fears. There would have been a time when my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. Wherefore was that noise?
The queen, my lord. She's dead.
Get thee gone.
Aye, my lord.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out. Out. Brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, as I did stand my watch, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir,
As I did stand my watch, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the world began to move.
You lion slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it may be not so, but within these 3 miles may you see it coming. I say a moving roof.
If thy speech be to sooth, I cannot for it. Get thee gone! Fear not, said the weird sisters. To Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes to Dunsinane. Ring the alarm bell, blow in, come wreck, at least we'll die with harness on our backs.
Now near enough. Throw down your leafy screens and show like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall with your right noble son lead our first battle. Worthy MACBETH, and we shall take upon what else remains to do.
Fair Durell, do we but find the tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear like I must fight this course. Who's he that was born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou wilt be afraid to hear it.
No, so thou call thyself a hotter name than any is in there.
My name's MACBETH!
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful than mine here.
No, no more fearful.
Thou liars or tyrant. My knees are set. I'll put the light off me.
Thou was born a woman, but swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn. British by men, it's all a woman born. Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword?
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Get thee back! My sword is brandished by blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my light sword. Thou bloodier villain than terms can give thee out!
No! Thou losest labor! I have borne a proud life that will not be rid of so soon!
Despair thy charm and let the angel who thou still hast served tell thee! MACBETH was from his mother's womb untimely ripped!
No! Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it had cowed the better part of my man. I will not fight with thee!
Then yield thee, coward, and be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee painted on the pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
Then damn be him that cries hold enough! I will not yield!
This is for Scotland.
How would the friends we missed were safe arrive?
Some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
MACBETH is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt, and like a man he died.
As I have many hairs, as I have sons, I would not wish them to a fairer death. And so, his knell is known.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
They say he parted well and paid his score. And so, God be with him.
Hail, King! For such thou art, I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
Thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls. The first that ever Scotland in such an honor name. Was more to do. We should be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends from abroad, producing forth the cruel minister of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, whom as this thought, by self and violent hands, took off alive. This, and what needful else that calls upon us. By the grace of grace, we shall perform in time, measure, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned as queen.
Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland! Hail, King of Scotland!
Now